Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best third slash fourth tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, and today we are coming at you with the legend run of 300-ish yellow, 250, 300 yellow in the Great League over Go Battle Day. So thumbs up for finally hitting legend this season. I was going to post a video this morning on the Ultra League because Ultra League Premier Classic starts today. So I was going to do I did a video Saturday night, so I did 6 teams, 3 with Walrein, 3 without Walrein. So I will make that my tomorrow morning video. So we'll do the Great League push today because I still think this team is usable in the last week of the season plus moving forward. And we'll do the Ultra League tomorrow, and that will actually give me more time to actually try teams out to go showcase you on Wednesday. So the team started with Escav, and then this is funny because I started with Escav before Venusaur was even here. I actually started with a Toxicroak because I had seen like Walrein was causing problems everywhere, right? So you wanted a counter user, but everyone was starting to running Charm, right? So you didn't want to do like I didn't want to do an Obstagoon or Scrafty, and then Toxicroak was just a little too glassy, and then I'm like Escav's pretty good because it's also Steel, so it'll resist the Charm, and then so the fact that I could take out Walrein and has decent matchups against the darks that you're starting to see like Obstagoon and Scrafty. Plus now Venusaur made it my all-star, right? So it is extremely weak to Trevenant. So I needed something that could beat Trevenant. So Sableye is a great safe swap for that. And then I needed some sort of like third. So you're going to see 2 teams here. You're going to see this one, which I got from 2770 to 2962 with. And then I dropped from 2962 to 2892. And then I switched out the third again to push me to 3033, which you're seeing on the screen. So the team is, so I did the first 2. The third Pokemon, to a certain extent, your front 2 are still weak to, like Azu will cause you problems. Skarmory, like Talonflame to a certain extent, right? I get lit up by a couple of Talonflames with Escav. So those cause you a bit of problems. So I was going through my team, and Trevenant is still like an issue, right? If you don't, because they lead Trevenant and you come in Sableye, they swap out, you still need something to deal with Trevenant in the back. So I was going through a Pokemon, I'm like, Munchlax is pretty interesting because the licks, it walls Trevenant because they can't really throw anything except the seed bombs. The licks add up quickly that you can lick Body Slam your like Azu. Plus it has the Bulldoze for Galarian Stunfisk and Bastiodon, which I want as well. So that worked out. So what you're going to see is a bunch of good matchups here. So let's just start with the first run here. So into a Poliwrath. For all the legends that said they were tanking, I did not get any free wins today either. They were all well-earned wins. So Shield Up, Dynamic Punch, hit this off. Ideally, because you're back 2 Pokemon. So there are, like, let's talk about the glaring weaknesses for the team. Like, you're not 100% like weak to like a Scrafty or an Obstagoon, but like that can like add up pretty quickly because like you don't resist counter on the front, and then being neutral, you can't throw the foul plays on anything on the dark, right? Shadow Claw's resisted foul play from Sableye did that, and then Licks are resisted. So this team is a bit weak there. And then Skarmory, because your counters and your Licks do neutral, but then both your Escav and your Munchlax can't throw any charge move at Skarmory. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to get hit here, but the good news is because it has the half steel, there's so many resistances that you don't really need to worry about a ton of charge moves, which is amazing. So have a move coming out of this, and it's a Mew. Mew's pretty glassy, so they're likely to shield, especially that it could bait the Mega Horn. And then so I grabbed the one shield. I wanted to try and either switch out or grab the second shield there. I could not do it. So I'm going to get hit with the Surf. I may try and just launch a second, and they catch on the Poliwrath. So nice snipe on their part there. I will be taken out, but what this does is now puts it in Lick range, and Lick is a pretty like nice move. And now these Licks are doing super effective. This one Wild Charge Munchlax is pretty thick, not as thick as some, but like it can absorb a lot of damage, and one Wild Charge is not going to take it out. and then the lick body slam like charges pretty fast. So there we go, back to back there for the win. So that's why I like Munchlax, because like Sableye is a safe swap, but like Munchlax can also be a safe swap, and I have used it sometimes as a safe swap. So here we go, gets another legend. Sableye lead, so this is a rough lead, gotta get out. Even though I clicked the button, they did not let me get out right away, so I'm behind on energy, so this is not great. I throw and they catch on an Azu. So this is really not going good right now. So they have a ton of energy stored. I just wasted a bunch of energy there. I can hopefully get to the return before they hit me here, which I do, which is nice. They let it go. Do I let this go and start farming with something, or do I shield? So I shield. It is just an ice beam, thinking that I can take switch here, or at least grab a shield back here. Or I could do both. I could grab a shield, maybe they shield back. Let's see what happens. They shield back. Okay. Do I want to shield and go for farm down switch? We'll see. Or do I just let it go and just go to the one shield? I just go to the one shield because now it's within counter range. So getting ahead on energy here, and a Shadow Sableye does really not want to take a drill run already that low from this. So I can burn the slash shield and then switch into the Munchlax to absorb this energy and start licking down there. And here comes a Registeel. So I'm able to get one Bulldoze off. Again, Bulldoze is a non-stab move, so it's not like you're doing like a ton of damage, even super effective. Like it only does look 50%. But these licks and everything add up. So I started licking and I'm like, I'm almost out here. I'm switch locked. I need some energy. I was going to throw, but then they threw, so I'm like, oh, this is amazing, because what this is going to do is they're going to put them dry on energy. I'm now going to be able to counter them down, have almost a move coming out. That counter is going to go through, so I'm going to get to the drill run and be able to take this out here for the win. So worked around a bad lead, bad switch, dumping the energy on Azu there for the win. So I like Sableye and Munchlax being able to work around a lot of leads. So Walrein, this is one of the reasons that I put this on the lead, because the ice is resisted, they have to bail, and Nidoqueen, and again, Nidoqueen is something that I kept seeing everywhere now. Nidoqueens are back in full force, and poison is resisted, so they can only throw the earth power, and these drill runs are super effective, so this will one shot. So once I grabbed the first shield, I was like, great, let's do this, because even if they throw an earth power here, I think I can live it, and I can, so they need to go to a second one, and they may try and just go for like a poison jab here, but a poison jab, poison fang, I always get the two mixed up and people always make fun of me in the comments, is not going to take me out here. They need to throw, maybe now it will. I'm pretty low now. But I think that the claw, I think that I could have clawed down all the way, and I just want to keep alignment here. Plus I could get to move off here, just do some chip damage so that if a couple more of these powder snows go through. Looks like I have more than a few, which is not great. It's not ideal. And then they come in thinking they don't have a second answer to Trevenant, and you darn right I do. So you can't throw a move at Trevenant, but the Trevenant can't throw anything but the C-bombs at you. So you were just doing super effective lick here's. I want to make sure that I come out with a couple energy. The problem is 3 C-bombs do take you out, and it's pretty spammy, so it gets them pretty quickly here. So I get a throw here. I don't even know if this takes it out. And they shield, and I'm just going to go for the aggressive farm down. And then once they throw this, I'm like, okay, I have a shield for the Walrein in the back, so I can just come in, counter here, take it out, have a shield. This game's over. So that, like, as you can see, I'm up to 29-27. Sableye, another Sableye lead, which is not good. Let's get out of here. This time they come with the Azu right away, so I don't throw the energy unnecessarily. Sableye Azu is a pretty common core, so it's not surprising that we're seeing this here. They do shield up the first, which is okay. The problem is, if I let this go, like, one drill run is not going to take them out here. So I'm most likely going to have to shield anyways, even if it's a resisted play rough ice speed. Maybe I'll let them go. I got hit with a couple hydros today, and I'm wondering if this is one of them. Because I'll live an ice beam or play rough. I will not live a hydro. It's just a play rough, so that's resisted. That's no problem. So I'm trying to build up as much as I can here, and totally miscounted. So I've got a shield. Um, but the good news is I can shield and basically counter a couple more to get up to 2 drill runs. So I'll throw one here, take it out, and then I'll be able to throw one at the Sableye that comes in. And that's kind of how I play this match, right? Just make sure you have an extra drill run coming out, and then immediately bank it and go into Munchlax here. So they let it go, so that's huge, because now I could just go down here and it's a Registeel. So we've seen this before. A focus blast pretty much will take me out. It won't fully take me out, but it's pretty close. This is going to do some chip damage, but as we saw, it does not take it out. I'm hoping I can get to another one. My switch clock is locked, so I'm not going to be able to fully take this out. They do focus blast me. I just survive because Munchlax is thick enough, able to get to here. And now it's going to come down to, can I lick / counter before they take me out? So I snipe, we both go down, and now it's a lick, and I cannot take it down. So tough lead, tough alignment there. Couldn't work out of that one. And that's the thing, like I saw, it's not that if you lose leads, it's tough to come back from, but that happened. So that was a 4-1 set. So I just lost that fourth. I just posted a short about my 13 rewards today out of 18 sets. I still have 2 to do. I may jump on Twitch tonight, 29.68. And then I started running into stuff like this. Like I just got, if I was PokeIK, I'd be talking about the algorithm here, because I got up to 29.68 and then I just faced like 3 sets of just getting countered everywhere here. Drapeon's coming out of full force. I have nowhere literally answer on the back end here. Tough lead for this because I can throw the Mega Horn, but I'm still in a losing matchup there. Plus the counters will add up here, so I think this one's a loss. These crunches just come way too fast. I need a Drapeon. I really need a Drapeon. I don't have a good one yet. So like Escav in a neutral matchup would have a good matchup against this, but I don't know the counts, so I'm double shielding for no reason here. Anyways, this is over. So essentially what happened in these 3 sets is I just lost hard. Lost a lot of lead, lost a lot of switches, and it was tough to come back from. That's the sort of only problem with this team. Like it is sort of like an ABB style, but it's not fully an ABB style. Like you're double weak to you have a tough matchup against like Scrafty or stuff in the back, but like you can manage it with the Sableye. But like if you lose the lead, and then like there's a lot of things that could just take down a Sableye safe swap. So I went down to 28.90, and Munchlax was good, like as you saw in a lot of the things here. But I just found that like Sableye, even though Sableye loses a lot of matchups, it's just like so powerful in the good matchups, like against a Metachamp. So Metachamp would like be a bit of a problem for Escav, and it'd be a bit of a problem for Munchlax, right? So I needed something that could deal with like Metachamp, but also deal with Trevenant in the back. Also can somewhat deal with Clarence Stunfisk and Azu, and right. So you need something that deals with all those. And unfortunately, the thing that deals with all of those are Walrein. So I put in that, and basically it's the coverage you need to get the remaining sort of weaknesses. So Jellicent comes in here. This is good. Let the first one go. I can survive a Shadow Ball either way. So basically what Walrein does is, like, it's very similar. Munchlax was already weak to fighting anyway, so you still keep the fighting weakness. You add a rock weakness, right? So the Bastiodon rock weakness there, but you pick up like have something to be able to throw at Skarmory. You getting a weird echo in my ear. You can do well in, like, again, you can do well in most matchups. It's not as overpowering, but it's not bad. And even in like neutral match, well, I could have absolutely walled this if I was here with my Munchlax, but just being able to like spam these icicle spears in neutral matchups put you in a pretty good position here. I've got 2 shields, in pretty good alignment on the front end. So I could take 1 move here, and it's thick, right? So it's something that you also need to be, because Escav is not glassy per se, but it's still pretty glassy. So I'm just gonna use 1 shield here, hope to get the 2 icicle spears off to take this out or put it super low, and my switch timer's coming up, so I can come in here, counter drill run, take it out. I'm wondering if I go straight to the, because there's like I said, I did 18 of the 20 sets, so I obviously did not put in like every single win and loss here, or else this would be like a hour and a half video. But I put in a few, and what you're gonna see is, so this team ran up in like 3 or 4 sets to 29.70. Is this, so good lead here. No, not this one. So this one's just hard counter city already. When you have a Bastion lead into this, unless this is a Machamp, I faced, what was that, Schrady's line, Bastion lead, Metachamp, safe swap, and then Machamp in the back. So I faced that like 1 or 2 times today. So I, like in one of these matchups, I don't know if it's this matchup, I like reset knowing that the Machamp's in the back. So we'll see how I play this out. But basically what you're going to see here is this matchup, goodly good switch, but I get up to 29.72. I won, and so yeah, as you can see, I'm trying to reset because I expected the Machamp, and it was a Tropius. But again, Tropius, I shot Shadow Vic, I saw Venusaur a lot, and I resist with, I think, the bug resist. So this is great. And if I can grab 1 more shield, I may shield, but I can probably live it, so maybe not. Yeah, I will shield. Just think that I can take this out. If not, do super amount of chip damage. Or grab the last shield, I mean. And then, worst case scenario, I can just come in Walrein and Powder Snow down and then have an Earthquake coming out of it. So I'll probably let this go, because I think my condition is Walrein right now. So start getting ahead on energy here. They're going to come back in here. Luckily, this is low enough that 1 Earthquake will take it out. They do get to move. I'll have to shield this up. And maybe I'll overfarm a little bit to have the move, to have a little bit of energy. Or no, just get this out of here, because I guess this is the most effective. Well, it's running Razor Leaf, so maybe not. But I do manage to outpace to the move here for the win. So I got to 29.72. I was 3-1. And then I think I put the 5th match in here. I lost to a double, yeah, I think it's this one right here. Double Charm team. Umbreon lead, great lead. They stay in for a bit. I saw variations of the Umbreon lead. So I think I let the first one go. Problem is, you'll see how glassy you are that 1 foul play puts you already in the yellow, right? From an Umbreon. So you know you're pretty glassy when that happens. And they shield, so that should have been my like key, that something in the back is weak to steal. But I think I'm stupid. I go for the second, and they catch on the Ninetales. And is this one I didn't even get off the drill run even though I had it? Yeah. I don't know what happened here. I had the drill run, and I'm like, click, and then it's like, nope, okay. So I was like, okay, so they're running a Charm, and they may have double Charm in the back, and it is a double Charm. So weakly tough in the back, takes my Sableye out. I go 3-2 and get to 29.89. Something like that. We'll see when it comes up here. I got to 29.89, and then I went 4-1 in the back to hit 30.33. And then I did my last set just to get my Pika Libre, because, not last set, I did a set to get my Pika Libre. I went 3-2 in that one because the IVs are, it's a go battle day, so there's no IVs on it, and I wanted one below 500 in case I need it for like a little cup. So I shielded there knowing that it's probably a double Charm team, but this matchup is already over. So I got one for the little cup. It's a 3-4 whatever. It's very bad IVs, but really good for little cup. And then I'm up to 30.45. I have 2 sets tonight. Like I said, I'm filming this. I'm actually filming this a bit early. I'm filming it while the kids are watching some TV. So hopefully I can jump on Twitch even for like an hour and a half tonight. I only have 2 sets left. I'm gonna do them, and then this will go up Monday. I'll do some bet 29.89, and then here comes my. I didn't put all 4 in there. So Hypno lead, and then I'm like, this could be Hypno double dark, and immediately hit with a Scrafty, which I guess is not bad if you want to see one. I'd rather see the Scrafty. So I let this first one go, and it's a power punch. So that's okay. I'll take that. Like a foul play will take me out next. So maybe I think they can probably foul play me to take me out anyway. So they're just going for the power punch and then take me out. But that does a significant amount. And then I'm like, if I shield, could I claw down here? And I'm like, yeah, probably. So I shield and just commit to the claw down. I was like, that's pretty fast. That's probably just a power punch. So I could probably survive. And that's good. So I was like, great. So if it is a double dark team, I have alignment. And if it's not, I was like, whoa, Lucario, spicy. I've not seen one of those. I'll just throw this to do any chip damage. And as you can see, even a resisted foul play is going to do a lot here. It does like 50%. Yeah. So this will take me out with those claws still. Like come in immediate and snipe. And then I know that my win condition is essentially Escav. And I just want to see the move here, see what they have. And it is a Thunder Punch, which is fine. I just want to get 2 Icicle Spears off. Get one off to burn a shield, hopefully. And then get the second one off to do some chip damage. So it's within drill run range. Potentially counter range. Because it's a shadow. But no, that's way too much for a counter range. So I'm like, Lucario's pretty low. So I'm going to shield this one in case it's a fire punch, and it's just a thunder punch. And that was back to back, so I'm hoping it's not a fire punch, and I think it's just another thunder punch. So now they're dry on energy, so I know if the Lucario comes in, it has some energy. I don't want to take any move from this, and I know that they're dry. So I can just take this out, and then hopefully counter down. But if not, I can get to the move before they do. Take this out for the win. So it's a strong team. I mean, in the end, you look like, oh, Sableye, Walrein, how unique. But Escav is the sort of pride and jewel of this. The Swampert is tough. I had 2 Swampert leads, and I think I lost both. I tried to catch there, it did not work, and I get hit with an Obstagoon. Which makes sense, right? If you're running a Swampert lead, and Walreins are everywhere, you're going to have an answer to it, right? And this is where Shadow probably would have helped, because 2 Icicle Spears does not take this out. And I'm not going to get to an Earthquake. So I'm going to have to throw the second one. They're going to have energy coming out. Plus the Swampert has energy. So this is pretty much a losing matchup already. I needed to snipe there, but it did not work. So I'm going to hit with the Night Slash. Does okay. So now I'm within 1 Hydro Cannon range. I know that's going to come in. And then, no. Just to show you that you would have had good alignment if you could have aligned it, but you have bad alignment now. So I come in here, I'm like, this is essentially useless. I need to double shield this and try and farm down, like foul play and farm down, but I end up not being able to. But spoiler alert, I win the next 3, so it's okay. So I think I put in like 2 more matches here. Because one of the matches was just another hard counter, like it was an Umbreon lead Metachamp save swap type thing again. So I took that, no problem. So yeah, Escav is the key to victory here. Because just with all the grass running around between Venusaur and people running Grass Hole, and yeah, it's tough to run Grass Hole when you have Escav in your lead, right? Because I resist everything. I don't resist the rock type moves on your Bastiodon, but I beat you for sure. And then Venusaur, saw a few of those today, which is nice. You resist Charm as a counter user, which is great. You hit super effective on the Darks, which is great. I just go Drill in here because I've thrown Mega Horn multiple times and every single one has shielded. So I'm like, I could probably just get away with Drill Run because it's probably low enough that and these it takes 2+ frenzy plants to take me out. Like between the vine whips, I'll be taken out in 2+. But so once I already got one shield, I'm like, let's just grab the second shield or take them out. Now I'll throw the Mega Horn because they're probably unlikely to shield double. Okay, yeah. I was about to say they should have been unlikely to double shield the Venusaur, but I guess they want to take this down to the zeros or take switch. Except if Frenzy does not take me out and they try and come and snipe with a Galarian Stunfisk, and that is not how a snipe works. So now I come in here, and I get to the move before they get to the Earthquake, so this will take him out. I expect the Venusaur to come back in. Is this the one I almost lost? Because I knew it was in the back. It's a Bastion in the back. Venusaur, I'm starting to get stuffed up. That's so annoying. Venusaur, Galarian Stunfisk, Bastion is a very common lineup that we CMP tie. What I should have done is, this was so stupid. I should have, I know what's in the back. I should have let that go. I should have Powder Snow with Walrein to get ahead on energy, so I would have had the Earthquake. And now I'm switch locked here, so I just got to throw this. I got to switch in here immediately. Hope that I can survive one Stone Edge, because I'm now going to have to take a Stone Edge. And I do survive one Stone Edge, which is great. So I'm able to take this for the win. But yeah, really dumb play there. Like, take the shield advantage when you can definitely outpace the 2 Earthquakes before it takes me down. I'm pretty sure you can outpace the 2 Earthquakes before they just full out counter you down. But take that. And the last matchup here, Escav into Venusaur. Again, love to see it. Sableye. So Sableye's, again, a little tricky on the switch, and that was way too slow on my part. The reason I went Sableye here, even though it's a losing matchup because I'm behind on energy, is because you're a losing matchup against Walrein. Anyways, I can survive one foul play. I know that. I've played this enough today. I am able to get the second one off, and then I want to save the Walrein for Venusaur too, right? Because now I have 2 answers for Venusaur, and they're now down 2 shields. They are going to counter me down all the way. So I'll probably come in here just because I get the Icicle Spear pretty fast. I'll shield one, and then I'll probably take the second one. You cannot get to the move. I'll have to eat this. I don't want to go down 2 shields because I don't know what the third Pokemon is yet. So I can build up maybe a little bit. I don't want to get too greedy, so I'm just going to throw here. Take this out. I expect probably the Venusaur to come back in because unless they have like a counter user in the back, and it's a Galarian Stunfisk. So I hope, so this is great. One Rock Slide probably would take me out, but I'm going to shield this because I'm going to get to the Bulldoze or Earthquake here, which is going to be super effective and do a ton of damage. Plus the Venusaur cannot do anything to here, and they know it. I can counter down and then get a Mega Horn off and take that out for the win. So 4-1 set, 30, 33, 13 rewards, 0 legendaries. I can't believe they nerfed it that much. Someone said like, someone gets lucky trades, they shut it down immediately. We complain about catch rate, they don't do anything with the catch rate, but they nerf this. We complain about GBL, all these bugs, and they don't fix it for 10 seasons. Like, just the way it is, I guess. So that's it. That's a team. Escav is a hero of Great League, and I think that in the last week where we loop back to Great League, Ultra League, Match League, I think you should run with a Escav. You don't need to do this exact team, but it was a really strong Pokemon for what you see out there. So that is the team. Like I said, Ultra League tomorrow. Ultra League starts today at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then tomorrow I will showcase teams that I built. Like I always do, PV Poke top 20 rankings, analyzing that meta, and then doing 6 teams. I did 3 with Walrein and 3 without because Classic and Premier means no legendaries, no XLs. So you're going to see a ton of Trevenant Walrein cores. So just be aware of that. And then Wednesday through Friday, I'll showcase teams. I will try and do try-hard teams. I hope I do well with them. Like, I'm at 30-45 with 2 more sets today, so I'm going to be facing, like, really good people. Like, I'm almost on leaderboard. Leaderboard was, like, 30-65 when I looked at it today. I was like, oh, man, I gained a lot today. So I'm hoping that I can find some try-hard teams that work at my level. So if they work at my level, they'll maybe work at your level. So that is it. Thumbs up for that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.